What is going on, guys? A.K here today, and we're doing a rap album tier list. Just like the other one, instead of rappers, we're doing a rap album tier list. I'm here with my boys Luke and Jack. Obviously, Berto's not here today; he couldn't make it. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna get Luke to explain the golden buzzer rule again. Let's go.
Right. So, as same with last time, we all have slightly different opinions on quite a few of these, I think. So, just to spice things up a little bit, all of us get to override one decision on the tier list. So if there's any, I'm sure that me and A. disagree quite strongly on. If he puts any too low or too high, I get to override it and put it where I want. And then same goes for him, same goes for Jack too.
All right, cool. Let's get started. All right, so the first album we got is Lil Uzi Vert versus The WRLD. I would say, I enjoyed it. I'll probably say good or great. I'm not gonna say near perfect or classic. So I don't know what you guys are saying.
This one's like, go on.
I mean, I think it's his best project. Like that, along with like Love Is Rage 2. I think those are like his joint best projects. So I'd probably put it in great. I'm not gonna say near perfect. I'd probably go great.
This one's like a personal classic to me, just because of like the time. I would, if it was down to me, I would put it in classic, but like, it's not perfect. You know what I mean? I think it's up there as one of his best ones. I think great, if I'm trying to be fair, is like a good one. But I would put it in classic.
I'm not mad at great. I'm not mad at great. So let's put it in great.
Yeah, let's go great.
Yeah. All right, Astroworld. I would say classic. Honestly,
I'd say classic personally.
Yeah, I'd say classic. I was thinking about near perfect, but like, nah.
There's not a miss on there for me personally. And it was such a moment as well. Like when I think of 2018, I think of Astroworld. That's like one of the first things that comes to mind.
Exactly. Like, it's gonna be remembered. Like, especially 10 years, 20 years down the line, they're gonna be talking about Astroworld, bro. So I would say classic.
I prefer other Travis albums, but I can't deny that it is a classic, like in terms of how people see it. So it's got to be classic for me.
Yeah, I'd say Rodeo is better, but I still think Astro is a classic. So
for sure,
yeah, we'll go put it there. All right, for all the dogs.
This one's going in great. I can't. This one's got to go in great.
No.
I'm not having. Look, I know you man have your agenda, but like, if you actually go through the track list on this one,
it's all misses.
It's really not as bad as you man make it out to be. I'm just gonna read out a few songs, right?
Go for it, man.
All
right. We got Virginia Beach starting off.
All right, cool. That's a decent song. It's all right. Yeah.
Fear of Heights, banger. First person shooter, banger. Pink Diamond, J. Cole verse.
First person shooter, Drake was clearly the worst person in that song. There's only two.
I'm not gonna say that.
I listened to that song. I love the first bit when the beat switches. I stop listening to it.
He packs me his phone like sardines, bro. You got first person shooter. You got IDGAF with Yeet, banger. We got Bahamas Promises, which is again like Pink Diamond R&B Drake. You might never listen to that on a Drake and Drive. We've got Dura Picasso, which is possibly one of the best R&B Drake songs in like a decade. We got 8 AM in Charlotte, bro. It's a great album, bro. I can't lie.
No, I'm not jacking that, man. There's so many tracks on there that don't land.
Jack, before I say what I would want it to be, what are you gonna say?
I'm looking at the names. I'm not gonna say trash because there's at least more than one song that I enjoy, but I can't give it any more than decent. So between decent and mid, I'd probably put it in mid ski. To be honest, like it doesn't hit the spot for me.
That's what I was gonna say. Literally mid. Trash.
Can we meet a decent, bro?
No.
Trash. No, I don't think we can.
Decent. No. What's the bad songs on there for you?
It's not even necessarily just bad. Let me pull up the track list, but more so like just nothing really connects. It's like that song with Chief Keef.
Oh yeah, see, no, that's one of them ones. I'm like,
do you know what I mean? Like on paper, that should have been a good song, and then I'm just there like, I kind of like Chief Keef's bit, and then it just kind of goes into like generic Drake
should have
beat with
stayed
like
on
the
that bit for
reverse.
too long.
Yeah,
Or
it
should
was
have done
just.
that for longer. Yeah.
Let me pull up the track list.
I just found out that if you search up Fat D on Spotify, For the Dog actually comes up. I didn't even think that was that's mad.
It does make me laugh, Luke. You did skip 2 songs in between Virginia Beach and Fear of Heights. Like, what? You don't care about Amen or Calling for You?
Oh, I didn't see them. Yeah, I didn't see them.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder why.
Anyway,
Yeah,
all right.
so it gets on a bit of a techie start there. I like Daylight and First Person Shooter. I don't really like in a concert when we actually saw Yeet, IDGAF went off. But it's clearly for the Yeet part. It's not for Drake.
Yeah, no one's trying to hear him say, "I came by that money for fun." No, I'm good, bro.
Or the way he starts his verse just sounds so awkward. You're just like, But yeah, 79 69 Santa.
That's a good song.
All right, bro.
I say mid. Jack says mid, so we're gonna have to put it in mid unless you want to use.
And it's got Rich Baby Daddy on it, which is a bad song. Come on, man.
That's a bang. Right, you man can put that in mid. I'm not gonna use mine too early. There's a few on there I feel like I'm gonna have to fight for, but like.
All right. The life of Pablo.
That's a classic. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if we're putting Astro on the classic, we've got to put the life of Pablo.
That's got to be classic.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
All right, we'll just put
not too much needs to be said about that one.
Yeah. Call Me If You Get Lost. I'd probably say near perfect.
I would say great. I don't know if I'd say near perfect. Like,
I mean, it's a very good album.
It has very, very good moments on it for sure, but like near perfect, like almost every track would have to land for me, and I don't know if it does.
I really don't like Run It Up. If that wasn't on it, I'd probably agree with near perfect more.
But you know, songs like Lemonhead, Juggernaut, What's Your Name?
Yeah.
Amazing songs on there, but like, I can't say I feel that way about all the tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I don't mind either one, perfect or great. I mean, near perfect or great. Like,
I'd say great.
Great.
Yeah, I'd go great as well.
All right, cool. All right, Culture One.
Classic. That's a classic off of Slippery alone, bro. Come on.
Bro, classic is crazy.
Bro, think of what this song, this album means.
No, but Luke, like you gotta separate like your personal experience with the album and actually putting it in classic.
But also being
music's a personal thing.
Yeah, but being objective though, Abbas, like that Culture One like effect when that first came out, you did feel it.
Yeah,
definitely. You felt that was a moment. That was a moment in music.
Oh, definitely. But classic is a bit mad.
T-shirt, bro.
Yeah, but classic though.
Kelly Price.
Bro, I'm not vouching for classic. I would say probably like I'll give you great, like, but not classic.
I'm looking at these now. I feel like I'm gonna have quite a few classics, so maybe I'll give you the great.
Because I don't want classic to be filled up with just our favorite albums, like, you know.
All right. Well, I think
people could see it as a classic, but like I kind of get where you're coming from. Like, I feel like when it's next to those other albums, you feel a little bit of a way about it. But it was highly impactful when it came out. So
definitely. I look at the track list now. There's bangers on it. That's what I'm saying. Great is fine.
Yeah, great isn't disrespectful, is it? Like,
yeah.
I'm looking at some of these down the line. I'm gonna have to fight for these a lot more. So I'm like reserving myself for now. So like that can go great.
Okay.
Not too many.
Her Lost.
Classic.
No.
Okay, no. But that's...
I will say I do think it's Drake's best project from 2020 onward. Like, you look at everything that's kind of come out from 2020 to now. That's the best project that's come out.
Really. From 2015 onward, really.
If I'm taking away like my bias as like a Drake fan, this is what a solo Drake album should sound like. Like, this is one that we should have got as like a solo Drake album from some point this year or this decade that we've never got. You know what I mean?
But to be fair, Her Loss is like like Drake featuring 21 Savage, because
Yeah.
21 Savage isn't on it as much as Drake. So
Yeah, for sure. But 21 Savage, he's not a slouch on it. You know what I mean? Like, he still delivers good verses. Like, I feel like on Major Distribution, that's probably my favorite song from there. Like, 21 Savage shows the verse as well. So like, it is a Drake album featuring 21 Savage, but 21 Savage does put in a shift in when he does actually appear.
Yeah. I mean, I did enjoy it. Like, it's one of the Drake albums that I do go back to some of the songs.
I'd put it in great.
So
Put it in great.
Nah, I was.
You know,
gonna
you
say
like that
great.
Travis Scott song, bro.
Nah, it's not good.
Obviously,
It is a great album.
I like Pussy and Millions, but like, I don't know about great, bro.
Nah, I think we gotta
go great. We gotta go great.
I mean, it's 2 against 1, so I can't really say.
Bro, I put down Culture from classic to great, so we got.
This next one, I don't know if it's a controversial opinion, but I'm saying classic.
I'm saying classic for Die Lit, and I'm not budging. I'm not budging. I am not.
No, you actually can't. You actually can't.
How iconic is the album? I'm not budging on this.
It's iconic, but classic, bro. Not for Die Lit, man.
Bro,
what's the miss on it?
R.I.P.
I mean, I can't. Okay, look, I can't really think of a miss on it.
Fell in Love. R.I.P. Fredo.
Yeah, no, but I love Die Lit, bro. But like, classic.
It's 100%. A classic, bro. No, that's bro. This is one of those ones when you're 50 years old, yeah, and you've got your kids, and they say like, "Oh, play me music from your time." That's one of them ones you'll go into.
Yeah, no, I'm putting up R.I.P. Fredo, but like classic.
Come on, bro. Classic
for sure.
I would say near perfect.
You would say near, but yeah, but do you not think it has that like that pushes it above to a classic?
But what's preventing it from being, you know, perfect? Like, what is the dud on that album?
He really doesn't want it next to Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like that's definitely what it is.
That is what it is, bro. Because like I feel like classic, you really gotta keep it for the best of the best, and
I think Die Lit is one of the best albums on this board.
Die Lit's one of the best albums ever made, bro.
Okay. All right, man. All right, cool. I'm saying imperfect. You guys are both saying classic.
Yeah, classic
for sure.
All right, cool.
There we go.
I don't agree, but what it is. Legends Never Die. See, look, if I was thinking like you, man, I would put it in classic because that album means a lot to me. Like, obviously, after like a few months after Juice passed away, and like just yeah, I don't even want to get into that, but it means a lot to me. But I wouldn't put it in classic. Like, I love this album so much, but like I would say probably great or near perfect.
I've never really been on this one. I've never really been a Juice WRLD fan, so I'll leave that up to you and Luke on that one.
I'm not mad at great on this. I think this is one of the most tastefully done like albums from a.
But I mean, obviously, it was mostly done by Juice WRLD. They only came out a few months after he passed away.
Well, he's got so many like unreleased as well. But
this is my point though. Like, I love this album. It's one of my most streamed albums of all time. But like, I wouldn't put it in classic.
That's cool. But I would.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's different from saying Die Lit's a classic for different reasons. Because we're saying there's not a dud on the track list and it's impactful.
Yeah, but
like, think about all the Carti clones that came out after Die Lit.
What, Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely?
Well, there's more people that have tried to replicate Playboi Carti's sound than that, bro.
Okay, Yeet.
Bro, put it in great and then
just put it in great and call it a day, man.
Alright. Look. Alright, Utopia. Look, if this is the thing, man. If Die Lit is in classic, Utopia's gotta go in classic.
No, it actually doesn't.
I don't think it does, purely because it's too early. Die Lit has at least had a little bit of time to marinate, and we can call it classic.
No, but also why is Topia Twins on there?
Topia Twins is not that bad of a song, bro.
It does not make sense in the context of that album.
I know it doesn't, but it's a fun song. It is what it is.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nah, I mean, I like listening to it. It's fine.
Yeah, but not in the context of the album. It shouldn't be there. And to be honest, like, I really liked Utopia when it first came out. I think Hyena is one of his like best songs. Like, I love that song.
Yeah.
And I love songs from that album, but then there's like parts of it where I'm just like, oh, you didn't really need that.
I mean, the only one I would say that for is Topia Twins.
I mean, like, is it Schizo with Young Thug?
Yeah.
I don't really care about that song, to be honest. That might be a hot take, but I actually don't care about that song.
Or the beat switches and everything, bro. That song's a banger.
It don't land for me. I can't say it's not a classic. It's not on the same level as Astroworld for sure.
I'm gonna say if we were to do this in like 5 years' time, it probably would be in classic, but I just don't think it's had the time yet.
I think in 5 years' time it won't be in classic.
No, I mean
I'll put it in near perfect. I don't mind that.
Alright, near perfect is fine. But
it's not worth overriding. But
yeah, alright. I mean T-Pab, bro, let's just move on, bro.
Yeah, no,
let's just move on. A whole lot of red.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Slap that in classic and all.
Slap that in classic. Slap that in classic right next to the Pimp a Butterfly. bro. Look at what the album did, bro. Like when we were all there on that Christmas morning when that dropped. We were all there on that Christmas morning. Did you like it when it dropped?
I had to let it marinate, bro. It was a very
you were doing the most well. Like, oh, what if it's mid?
Yeah, I was saying that, but like,
and it was a classic.
No, it was a cool experience when it dropped though. Like waking up at 5 a.m. on Christmas, you just did bang bang. Bang. You just
I had to let it marinate. And initially, I was like, okay, like this is a very different sound. But obviously, I wasn't being close-minded, and I ended up liking it quite a lot. But then again, there's lots of songs on there that like I don't ever go back to, like Jump Out the House. I don't really go back to Place. Metamorphosis, I don't really go back to too much.
I'm gonna be real with you. This is probably gonna be the album on classic when we put it on there with the most not perfect songs.
See, but then why?
I feel like it's such a
bro. It's 24 songs and like there's like 5 or 6 misses. Like, how can we put it in classic?
Even if then it's still got more hits than some of the songs we're gonna put on there.
Yeah, but even if you're talking about like the impact and stuff it has, fair enough, bro, great. But like classic with a whole lot of red is crazy.
What it means completely overshadows those like skips, those couple of skips, What it means, what it did, the moment it was, the movement it was, the amount of artists it's influenced, like the whole subgenre that like everyone was trying to be Carti after that, bro.
I don't think it's musically a classic. I think, like, you know, as Luke said, like the impact and the movement and like how it changed the sound. You can argue that, but I don't think musically it's a classic.
Yeah, so
no, it's a classic. It's a classic moment. It's a classic era.
But in all fairness, we're not doing moments. We're doing
exactly.
Bro, I don't care.
I'll give you.
I'm gonna be real. I don't care.
I'll give you near perfect. I'm not saying classic, bro.
I think it's more of a classic than it's near perfect.
Nah, it's just too.
Any album that starts with Rockstar Mate is a classic. Who starts their album like that, bro? Do you remember the first time you played that?
Yeah, and I was
bro,
first.
We all remember the first time we heard that song.
Yeah, I remember.
We all remember the first time we heard. We all remember the first time we heard "Stop Breathing," bro.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, look, I love Whole Lot of Red, bro, but classic is crazy. I'll give you near perfect. Jack, what are you saying?
I get the feeling Luke might be using his override here.
I'm not, because there are some of these I'm like, I'm gonna have to save it for that you man aren't gonna agree with me on. I'm gonna need way more wiggle room with some of these.
The thing is, I'm not a huge Whole Lot of Red fan, but it does kind of feel disrespectful just putting it on great. But musically, it's just not. I get what Luke's saying with the moment and that, but I don't know if I can put it higher than great.
Should we say near perfect then?
We can meet in the middle. We'll say near perfect because that's basically the middle, isn't it?
It's basically
okay.
Yeah. Barter 6. What? You're gonna tell me another classic?
bro. Some of these albums. I'm sorry. Sorry, we've got a lot of. We have some classics on this. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I'm not mad at people saying it's a classic. To be fair.
Bro, come on, man.
Bro, he did a skirt ad lib for 16 seconds.
What was that on with that?
Check.
Hold on.
No, it wasn't on check. Hold on, I'm bugging. Halftime. Halftime, bro.
He did do that with that, was it not? This
Halftime.
I'm not gonna do it. No. On like the second verse, I swear down he did it on that song.
He might have done it again.
All right. How long?
If he has it twice, there's even more of an argument.
How long did you say?
16 seconds.
Yeah, there's the really long.
I don't think it was 16 seconds there. It was probably like 10.
Bro,
No,
there's
seconds. No, there's like YouTube videos where they like count.
No, I'm not talking about that song. I'm talking about the one with that.
Ah, fair. But when you look at the songs on it, with that halftime check, and you know what's an underrated song for that album? Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing is really good. And you know why that song's underrated? Because like if you played that to anyone, probably barely anyone would know that sample's like September by Earth, Wind and Fire. It's such a cool sample flip.
Oh,
it's such a banging song.
That's a classic, bro.
So wait, what, Jack? You're saying classic as well?
I'm not mad at saying it's classic. If people want to say near perfect or whatever, then fine. But I'm not mad at it being in classic. I get it looks funky with it being next to Pimp a Purple and next in the list. But like it is on that.
This is one of the most important albums on this tier list.
Well, I feel like you man are like confusing influence and what the album did for the culture and stuff to how good the music actually is.
Yeah, but I actually really like the music too.
Bro, this is a problem.
No, Barter 6 is good, but like classic, bro. Like, I mean, I don't think it's.
Where would you put it, Abbas?
Me personally, I'd either say great. Not either. I'll say great. I wouldn't say near perfect.
To silence.
Yeah, literally, bro. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Great.
I'm voting classic.
Don't do this. Don't leave it up to me.
Gotta leave it up to you, Jack.
Near perfect. Meet in the middle.
All right. See. Now I'm.
But just quickly, what is a miss from that album?
Let me have a. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, but that's what we're putting it in great or near perfect, bro. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to have a miss.
You're lucky I didn't put any of the Slime seasons in here because we'd have 4 classics from Young Thug on the top if that was the case.
All right. So now I'm interested to see where you guys would put Mr. Morale because it like.
Oh my god, we're putting this after Barter 6.
You know what? I'm not even mad if anyone puts this in good.
Are you mad?
I'm gonna be as serious. I'm gonna be as serious as possible on this because like Kendrick is one of my favorite artists ever.
Same.
And I don't want to be like joking about because I know there's like jokes with this album and all that. When I first listened to this album, I'm not gonna lie. After all the wait and my expectations for Kendrick, I was a bit disappointed. I did leave the album thinking, "Oh, is that it?" I learned to love it a little bit. I absolutely love what it means, but I wouldn't lie and say as time goes on, musically, it doesn't, like, I just kind of wish he did a little bit more with what was there. I absolutely love what he's saying, but
it's a heavy listen.
Albums. It's one of his most personal albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
no, and I absolutely love what it means. It's probably, I don't dislike it, but it's probably, in my opinion, the least great Kendrick album.
And it's quite a heavy listen, right? You can't sit through it all the way through and like really digest it in that way because of like what he's talking about on some of it. So it's like, you know, you don't really go back to it that much. But also, like as Luke said, like he could have done more with it. I really like the ideas, but he didn't really execute it in the best way possible. See Crown, but
Crown is one of the worst Kendrick songs ever made.
Crown is fine. Crown is a good song.
For me, I just like, I go to Kendrick for rapping, and I kind of wish that he rapped more on it.
I can't please everybody.
See, there we go. Then this one, we can't please everybody. Yeah, you can't. But I'm like, cool. You didn't please me as much. Like,
all right, cool.
Maybe I'll say what you're saying, Luke.
I was gonna say "Savior" is one of his best songs ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
"Count Me Out," like, I actually listened to that again today, and yeah, that he's got me with that one.
Father Time, Silent Hill.
Father Time's great. Silent Hill's great. I just think there are just some lower moments on there.
Like what? Other than Crown.
Crown. I really don't like Mirror. I wish he rapped on Mirror.
Die Hard, Mirror.
You just don't mean you don't like Kendrick singing. That's
yeah. I'm just not a Kendrick singing guy, and like that's fine. I absolutely love the content of it, but like I'm not even saying it's bad. It just doesn't have that extra layer that pushes it up to like a great or a near perfect or a classic, which I normally get from Kendrick. Like I feel like he tackled some of this stuff better on songs like Feel, Sing About Me, You. Like I know people say, "Oh, but this is it's the theme of the album," but I feel like he's tackled those themes better before. Basically.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. But I do think I'm being a bit harsh by saying good. I feel like that's a little bit disrespectful. I think it probably is great. It's just not an album that I go back to all the time.
We have to at least give it near perfect.
And why do we have to at least give it near perfect?
Because it's still a Kendrick album.
Shut up,
bro. See, this is what I'm saying.
The glaze is crazy.
We can't have an honest opinion about. We can't have an honest conversation about this.
No matter how much you love to critique or try and point things out, it still would be a lot of rappers' best album. So you can't put it anywhere lower than near perfect.
What other rappers would it be their best album? And don't say Drake because it wouldn't be.
I was gonna. Did you say Drake?
You're gonna say Drake.
Drake, J. Cole. It would be.
It wouldn't be J. Cole's best album.
No, you can't.
It'd be up there.
Be real.
It would be up there.
Okay, actually, no. Maybe I was bugging on J. Cole. I forgot about 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah.
Bucket. I mean, yeah.
It'd be Denzel Curry's best album.
Yeah, it would be.
I was trying to see how he really felt about it. I'm like, he doesn't like it that much.
It'd be Joey Badass's best album.
I don't know if it's better than the All American Badass. I'll be real. But it's close. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad at Great. I actually feel like for this one, like, I get that I'm in the minority.
You can't put Mr. Morale below Juice WRLD's that last album. His last proper album.
I am mad at
like
Great.
the higher end of Great.
Perfect.
If I was gonna like.
Near perfect.
You know what, bro? Put it in near perfect, but just know that I've got some coming.
No, don't put it in near perfect. Put it in great.
No, near perfect, bro.
Two Man here are saying great. Are you going to use your override to put it in near perfect?
Oh, that's an interesting question, actually, because I don't know which other ones you feel that strongly about.
Yeah, that's the thing. And my mic is in the way, so I can't even see most of these albums.
I'm telling you, knowing you, there's not a lot of these you're going to defend like this one.
Nah, we'll put it in great because you men are saying great, but me personally, I was saying they're perfect.
All right, that's cool.
KOD. Me personally, I enjoyed. I know a lot of people don't like KOD. I enjoyed it quite a lot at the time it came out. But in hindsight, though, it does have a lot of duds. Like I don't go back to every single song, but I still think it's a good album. I would either say great or good.
It's decent or mid.
No,
I would say great on this.
Well,
I'd say good. I'd say good.
Well, like
you just said it's got a lot of duds.
It does. Like maybe okay. Let me look at the.
So how can it be great? Because if you look at the other albums in great, some of them don't have that many duds.
Okay, cool. KOD, the first song, banger. Photograph, I love Photograph. The Cutoff, maybe I don't know. ATM still good. The only miss is really, I think Friends.
The rest of the songs.
The Kill Edward stuff wasn't that great. I'll be honest.
You know what? No, what's that first Kill Edward song on the piano? That piano
Cutoff.
sample.
The Cutoff.
I really like that one. Especially J. Cole's actual verse on it. I really like that.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Kevin's Heart's another great song.
Yeah,
I actually
Kevin's
might
Heart
like
is
this
good.
one more than I thought, you know.
Yeah. 1985, I can recite that whole song for you, bro. And I mean it's
That came out when you hated an all pump as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it created the 1985 effect. That's what people call it now. So
I think just compared to his other albums, like it doesn't really compare.
But I'll say at least put it in great, innit?
Even though it doesn't compare to the rest of his discography.
I like this more than I thought, and I'm going to impulse agree with you on great. It's an impulse, so I might not feel this way in 2 days, but I've just thought about that track list again.
Yeah, literally.
It's 2-on-1. Do what you want.
All right, Intergalactic. I'll be honest. I know.
One thing I will say is some of the time he tackles things a little bit cringe. Like he doesn't get. So this is like the opposite of Mr. Morale for me, where like, I agree with what he's like, the stuff he's saying, and I think he raps well, and I like that he's rapping on most of it. But I feel like sometimes with the topics, he doesn't quite get it all the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like I thought that whole KOD having 3 meanings was a little bit cringe. Like
And
King
also,
Overdose.
let's not forget how we felt at the time when this album actually came out, and we're just like, okay, bro.
Oh, I liked it when it came
I
out.
know. I love
No. But I mean, like, because when we were growing up, we did listen to like Lil Pump, things like that, and we were just it's just another case of people hating on mumble crap and things like that, and you're just like, oh, come on, guys, we're better than this.
no, but it wasn't, because 1985 really wasn't hating on it. It was giving Lil Pump advice and telling him, you know.
Oh, it was an advice track.
No, but it wasn't a diss. He wasn't hating on the type of music he made, because he even said some people say that the music that they make is dumb, and then he said, I remember I was 18, money, pussy, parties. I was on the same thing. Like he's agreeing, like he's saying, like, you know, people are young, dumb, like let them do what they want to do. But he's telling them, obviously, you know, make sure you invest your money, make sure you don't blow all your money away, blah blah, because.
But bro, you could have a good message and really fail at the execution, and then that message comes across a whole different way.
But he didn't fail at the execution though, because when J. Cole was doing this, and then everyone on the hip hop Twitter or on Instagram and stuff was start saying, "Oh, J. Cole dissed Lil Pump. J. Cole said this about Lil Pump, blah blah," but they're not actually like talking about it properly or saying what he said properly.
Look, all I'd say is like, if a bunch of people are misinterpreting what you mean, then the exexecution wasn't as good as you think it is.
Well, who's a bunch of people misinterpreting it? Because I honestly.
Well, if people think that if people think that he dissed him, then it's like the interpretation of that has gone wrong.
But that's just people, bro. People love to see negativity and hate. Like
I just think it's weak messaging in that sense. I think he could have done it better.
It's not weak messaging, because what happened to Lil Pump is exactly what he said it was going to happen.
I'm not going to repeat the point again, but it's weak messaging if people don't understand the point that you're trying to make and interpret it as you just like clowning them.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Intergalactic is bad.
For sure.
Wait, hold on.
We've put KOD in great for now. Intergalactic is bad. Okay, let's.
We're talking about this though, because you're saying the message is misinterpreted.
Oh no.
But who's misinterpreting the message though?
Bro,
like,
I just said this. Like anyone who thinks that he dissed Lil Pump in that, which is quite a lot of people, probably like half the people that heard it probably thought they was dissing Lil Pump.
Yeah, because that's that's what the pages were saying. That's for like clicks and everything. You know, anyone could mention or even like for example, Control by Kendrick. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Kendrick dissed the whole rap game." When realistically, he's saying, "Oh, you guys are, you know, I see you guys as friends, but you know, when it comes to competition, I want to beat you, man. I want to be the best." But everyone still says, "Oh yeah, Kendrick dissed the whole rap game, blah blah."
Yeah, but like, for sure, you could listen to 1985 on your own and think he is dissing them guys. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm looking on this Intergalactic track list right now, and it's.
All right. Let's get off KOD. We put it there, innit? We put it there. All right, Intergalactic. Me personally, I'll say decent, innit? I know you're gonna probably say bad or mid. I mean, a mid or whatever.
Bro, it's trash. And look, I'm one of the biggest Cudi fans on this planet. Man on the Moon is. If this Man on the Moon was on here, this would be a classic. If Man on the Moon 2 was on here, I'd put it in classic. Bro, he hyped this up for so long, and he was like, "Oh, this is really gonna like be one of my best albums." I used to have tweet notifications on for him. The amount he was hyping this up, bro, and he was like, "This is going to be a whole thing with like a Netflix show," and it was like, "Oh, cool." And then it ends up the Netflix show is just like 3 episodes in one for 60 minutes, and this was such an afterthought.
Just quickly, I think you've actually spared Cudi by not putting what's it, Insano on here as well.
I couldn't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, you spared him with this because that they would be duking it out on which one would be the worst.
Okay, man, listen. You man are hating too much. I can't lie. Listen, if Carti came out and said this was a soundtrack to the Intergalactic Netflix movie, then obviously
stop using that as an excuse, man.
No, but I'm just saying if he did come out and say like people will perceive it probably better. But with me,
He tried
like,
to.
But with me, I like it. The new mode, I like. Do
New
what I
mode's
want.
alright.
Yeah, ignite the love. I love ignite the love. Willing to trust. Well, we saw him perform Willing to Trust, boy. That was
Willing
good.
to trust. But also, Willing to Trust set me bad expectations for the album because I thought it was going to be good after that.
What about Can't Shake Her?
Come on, bro.
Or My Drug? Or Angel? Angel's a good song, bro.
Ado, you're losing this
You're
battle,
hearing
man.
yourself.
You're losing this battle, man.
That is one of the laziest songs Cudi's ever made.
Well, remember that song in context in the movie, bro, when he saw
Bro, it made me hate
Meadow,
it more.
bro. When he saw
Like,
Meadow,
that's all
he
you
was
can
like,
think of. That's all you can think of. It's the most basic song.
Oh my days. All right, what you man saying? I'm saying decent at least, innit?
I'm saying trash.
I'm saying trash.
Okay. That's very harsh, but it is what it is.
Can I just suggest we move T-Pab to the front of classic because it looks away at the it looks like under all those albums. I kind of don't want that to be the thing.
You ain't gonna tell me twice, bro. You ain't gonna tell me twice. Okay, my turn. Good.
I'd say good.
Yeah.
I listened to it again the other day, and Commercial is a banger. Emotionally Scarred, obviously. Whoa, banger.
Love Grace. Grace is a good song.
I think it's either good or decent. Like, I just don't find like there's not a lot there to really dig into. Like, it sounds good, so I'm not upset if you put it in good, but I just don't like. There's not really a lot really there to decipher or find out about. Once I heard it the first time, I was like, okay, cool.
Fair enough. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Where do you want to put it?
Good.
I said good.
Fine, you can put it in good. I'm not mad.
Yeah. Daytona, classic. Classic, bro.
It's either classic or near perfect for sure.
No, classic.
There ain't a dud on there for sure.
There's no dud on there.
I'm not
bro.
mad at classic.
Yeah, classic.
Short and to the point. All hits. Amazing production. Amazing bars.
All right, cool, classic. And it started the Drake beef. That's a very important part. So
right, let's get T-Pab out of the way.
T-Pab?
Because Views is here now, bro.
Oh.
Hey, Kendrick.
Well, you know,
move that album smooth out the way.
We'll put it right.
I'm glad you're putting it where it belongs, bro. No, put that back up. I'm saying this is a classic, bro.
No, you're not actually saying it's a classic, bro. Are you actually saying it's a classic? Or are you joking?
I'm dead serious.
Okay. All right.
I'm dead serious, bro.
All right, bro, you actually stressing me out, bro. I swear down, bro.
I'm being dead. No, bro. I know that obviously you don't like Drake, but for someone that likes Drake, like there's actually, you know what? There's misses on there.
Bro, the whole dancehall thing on this album's bad, bro.
Oh, don't pretend they're bad, bro. Everyone loves to pretend that, but everyone likes Controller.
I don't.
And look, be honest though, Adol. If you're in the club and like Controller or something like that comes on, you're not standing there like this.
No, you're dancing to that.
I've seen man wiggle their hips to that.
This guy was gonna slip something out. We'll talk about it after the video, bro. No, we're not doing that. All right, cool. Bro, Controller, yeah. Oh yeah, whatever, bro. Views. I mean, I'd probably put it in decent or something. I'm not putting it above good or great. I mean, the dancehall thing got so many chains. They call me Chaining Tatum. Like I'm not.
Oh, come on, bro. It's lighthearted.
I'm not doing
it's
that.
Fun, bro. It's got Redemption. It's got You With Me. It's got Feel No Way. Bro, it deserves to be up there for Feel No Ways alone.
No,
I'm not going to say classic, and I can't say near perfect. I'm happy with great. I think it was a classic moment.
All right, so you're happy with near perfect. You're happy with great, did you say? Or D, what?
I would put it in great, personally.
A-Dot?
Decent.
Okay, cool. I'm going to override that. I'm going to put it in classic. Put it
No,
up
no,
there
no,
right
no,
next
no,
to
no, no,
Daytona.
no, 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 no,
Nah,
no,
bro,
no.
come on, put it up right next to
Alright,
Daytona.
cool. Wait, no. Wait. I'll put it in great. Great is fine.
Okay, cool. I'm going to override that. I'm going to put it in classic.
Oh my days. No, bro. We can do great. And then you can use it for something else.
Why is he
Oh,
trying to
bro,
negotiate?
What else on here am I going to use it for? Because I feel like we're all pretty.
Good point, man. Wait, all the Drake albums are gone in it. You wanted to use it on a Drake album.
No, Scorpion's coming up.
Scorpion's there. Oh, if you're reading this too late, is there as
Bro,
well, bro.
CLB's not come up yet.
Where's CLB? Oh shit. Oh, yeah, no. But I'm blind, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
All right,
bro. All right, cool.
Bro, you make swear down that. Okay. Let's just continue before I all right, cool.
Yeah.
Eternal Take.
Are we gonna tell the truth about this album?
So I mean, look, I always have a very good memory with this album. You know,
I got a soft spot for it.
3:00 on a Friday, coming back from uni, seeing this come on my phone saying, "Oh, the album's out," and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm listening to it." First listen, it was really good, but afterwards, like obviously, in retrospect or whatever, like it wasn't that great of an album. Like I rarely ever go back to it. Like it was good when it came out, so I'll probably put it in good. But to say anything above that, I wouldn't really say that. Plus, the no features on it as well. Like I like Lil Uzi versus The World 2. Yeah, I like Lil Uzi versus The World 2 better than what do you call it, Eternal Take. So
I'm gonna say decent or mid, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I'm not mad at decent, you know.
Like it again, like you said, it was a cool moment, and like Futsal Shuffle had just dropped like before the album, right? So I remember like everyone was like going crazy about that song as well. And like it was a cool moment, but then the actual album itself, I don't really go back to it. I don't really go back to any song from here compared to all of the other Uzi albums before.
And I wanted that way as well. That was quite, yeah.
I'll put it in decent.
Decent, yeah. Right,
I'm okay with decent.
Decent, it's fine. All right, We Don't Trust You. So I mean, I like We Don't Trust You. But it does have like, so like the highlights are like very, very good. But then like some of the other songs are like, I don't know. I don't ever really go back to them. Like, and they're not bad songs per se. Huh?
There are some I don't go back to.
Yeah,
the ones that are great are like great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're not bad songs per se, but like the highlights of this album is crazy. So
yeah,
and the production was great the whole way through.
Yeah, like that Cinderella type shit. Everyday Hustle was on this album as well, right?
Yeah.
I'd
say great.
Great.
Yeah, great. I'd put it there. I wouldn't put it below great, for sure.
Okay.
Can I just say that this tier list is looking a lot better than our rapper one was. I'm actually okay with like a lot of the placements at the moment.
I mean, considering that Views is on classic, I don't know about that, bro.
I'm actually looking at some of these. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have waited, but we'll see.
Love is Rage 2.
I really like Love is Rage 2.
Yeah, I'd say great for Love is Rage 2.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. What are you saying, Jack?
There's not really a track that I don't like, but I'm not going to use the override at this moment in time. I'm going to put that in great as well.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's fine, great.
All right, GNX. I mean, I've bumped this album since it's come out. Never left my rotation, and the only miss I would say on there is the title song GNX. I do, but to be fair, I listened to that this morning on the way to work, and it's still fine. Like it's not like a bad song or anything. So me personally, I would say near perfect. Yeah.
I would say, right. So I don't like GNX, the song. I wish Man at the Garden was a bit more interesting production wise. Like I wish there was a little bit more changing up, or like, you know what I mean? Other than that, I love everything.
What about Gloria being about his pen?
Well, I'm not going to chat about that. Outside of that, I would say near perfect. I feel bad putting it in great because I do actually listen to it a lot and I do like it. I'd say near perfect.
And you also have to like think about the context of like, you know, like this was the closeout to the year, like
yeah,
you know, with 2024, with all the, you know, the beef going on, and you know, him winning the beef, and then also like, you know, just dropping the album out of nowhere, like
I think this like.
Oh, sorry, you was gonna say Luke.
I was gonna say I feel like this album with like the full West Coast sound and everything, like all the features, and him just like not taking things too deep.
Yeah, like
with a lot of the tracks, it's like the missing piece of his discography, in my opinion.
Yeah, like this is just a fun album. Sorry,
I'm not gonna say near perfect though.
What would you say? I
would say great.
Okay, so you know, you see this here, yeah, like whole lot of red here is near perfect, isn't it? You're gonna tell me that a whole lot of red is better than GNX?
Look, unless you want to move a whole lot of red down, then we can slap them both in great. But like, I mean, look, I don't think you can say near perfect.
Luke has said near perfect. I said near perfect, innit? So it's 2 against 1. Unless you want to use
let's put it near perfect.
Yeah. You want to put it in?
You have your time to override a decision.
I like that album. I just don't know if it's near perfect. Do you know what I mean?
I know what is near perfect. Slap that in. Slap that in there.
I mean, bro, I enjoy Whole Lot of Red. I enjoy Whole Lot of Red more than I Am Music. So
I enjoy I Am Music more than GNX.
I enjoy a Whole Lot of Red more than I Am Music, but like,
bro, you know that's crazy, bro. What do you mean? Wait, I Am Music more than GNX, yeah?
For sure. I'm not even trolling, bro. I know you're gonna hit me with the allegations, but I promise you, I'm being dead serious. I can pull the scrobbles up right now.
Bro, you can pull the scrobbles up. The song has the album has like 34 songs, bro. You have to go to listen to GNX 3 times, or whatever, two times in a bit before you can finish Carti's album, bro. Obviously, it's gonna have more streams, but like, bro.
No, but in terms of like, I'm still bumping music to this day.
To this day, the album came out 3 months ago, bro.
Yeah, but if you let me finish, I didn't run GNX for 3 months.
But that's you, innit? I don't know, bro. You're telling me you're not listening to TV off?
I listened to him for a bit, for sure, like a month, and then after that, I think because it is shorter, like you said, you get through it quicker, and then you just sort of rinse it, and then you don't want to listen to it as much. GNX is a very good album. I just personally get more enjoyment out of I Am Music. I think I Am Music takes more risks for sure, like opening the album with Pop Out. There's some tracks that, like, you know, don't hit me the same as, like, you know, Crank, Good Credit, or Toxic. Like, those are like the top 3 for me. There's songs on there that don't hit as hard as those, but you can't say that, like, you know, he didn't put a lot of effort into that album for me personally. And the singles leading up to it, come on, man. Every single he dropped was heat.
I'm trying to think. Well, there was one.
There wasn't a bad one. Before you say there wasn't a bad one.
No. There was
like
one.
you might think like Ketamine.
That's it. Ketamine,
obviously, it's called K-pop now. Like I still like that song. Do I like it as much as Evil Jewel Hood by Air? No. Or Backrooms? No. But it's still a good single. It doesn't dent the run.
Yeah, but to say that it's better than GNX, considering like GNX has songs like
I'm saying I enjoy I Am Music more than GNX.
Okay, I mean, but that's fair. I mean, you know, it's personal enjoyment, but like objectively.
Yeah, we can't be objective. It's music.
No objectivity.
I know it's okay. Yeah, but like, okay, I don't know, bro.
I would say great for I Am Music.
Luke bottled it. Me and Luke have had conversations behind the scenes where he has said he's enjoyed it more. And I had to bait him out because like he's trying to hide now.
Put it in there perfect, bro.
Wait.
He's making it.
Nah. But like, is it as? Let's forget GNX. Is it as good as Whole Lot of Red? Because I enjoy Whole Lot of Red a lot more than I do I Am Music, bro.
I have bumped I Am Music way more than Whole Lot of Red.
But like, think about the highlights of Whole Lot of Red. I mean, you got Slayer, you got Rockstar Made.
That's cool.
You got New Neon. New Neon is like my most played song of all time. I still don't know how. But yeah, bro. Die for Guy, bro. Like these are songs. All these songs are like I like better.
You weren't
than
talking like
majority
this when we were trying to rank Whole Lot of Red, bro. I don't know where this has come from.
Yeah, you just completely flip, right?
No, but
Evil Jordan, Hood by Air, Crank.
Where would
Good
you
credit, like Wheezy.
but I mean, yeah, but those songs don't really match up to. I mean, like
Oh,
I'm saying the
come on,
highlight.
yes, they
I'm
do.
saying the highlights of Whole Lot of Red are better than like 90% of IM Music.
No, sorry, mate.
Like I probably like Good Credit. I like Rather Lie probably more than anything on Whole Lot of Red. But those two songs, other than that,
Oh, bro,
I'd say
being near perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
I say great.
I say near perfect.
I say near perfect too.
All right, there we go.
All right, that's it, fine. Kids See Ghosts, classic.
Classic. There we go. Quick and easy.
I mean, let Jack still say what because obviously he's not playing a classic, but let him give his reason why he doesn't want to play classic.
It's fine to me. It don't hit the spot like it does for you, man. So if you man want to put it in classic, that's fine. I'm not gonna override.
Yay.
Classic.
Oh, sorry. Yay. Do we put it in near perfect?
We put it in classic. I should have saved it.
I'm not saying it's classic. I'm not jacking that.
I'm not putting it.
I should have
classic,
saved
bro.
it for this, bro. This is such a personal classic to me.
Yeah, but
This is actually like one of my favorite ones on this whole thing.
the thing is, I
Like-
was about to say like there's no bad songs on the album, but like the album has 7 songs in it, so it's like
Yeah, but so does
No,
Daytona.
right, we're
by
doing
that
it by-
logic.
yes,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
doing it
but
about-
Daytona is much better than
Daytona hasn't got
Ye.
Ghost Town.
Yeah, but Ye don't have Santeria.
Daytona doesn't have I Thought About Killing You.
Good.
Ye doesn't have If You Know You Know.
Daytona doesn't have.
We're just gonna keep on going. We're just gonna keep on going. Alright,
Daytona doesn't have Violent Crimes, bro.
yeah, Violent Crimes is okay.
They're the
But
most beautiful chords on the planet. Like, what are we doing here? Give that beat to Pusha T. Right. I'm gonna say this. Put every beat on a Kanye West album from Daytona, and it'll come out good.
bro,
At that time,
Kanye had the worst feature on Daytona, bro.
he's too complex for Complex Con. You put Pusha T on any of those Ye beats,
But
and
no,
he's sounding
but,
good on.
no, but like
Yikes.
literally- okay,
No, you're
cool.
hating. No. I
What's
think
Pusha
he
T
was.
doing on Violent Crimes?
Yeah, but on like No Mistakes.
Okay, No Mistakes, maybe. What's Pusha T doing on Ghost Town?
I think he could do something on there. I think
come
you're begging it a little bit.
He's gonna be talking about we
Yeah.
got the tennis balls for the wrong sport on Ghost Town. No,
Violent Crimes, Kanye talking about like his daughter, and he just goes, yeah.
no, but
yeah,
you saying that though,
in the
like,
snow globes. Like, bro, no, he's not gonna.
like, do you like Kanye's verse on What Would Meek Do? Like, it's alright, but I don't think it's amazing.
That's fine. It's okay. We're talking about Ye at the moment, which is a classic.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
near perfect. It's near perfect.
Oh, bro. All right, I'm saying classic.
I would say great.
So, what's in the middle of that then? I mean, I guess near,
Near
perfect.
perfect.
No? Yeah.
Oh, damn, I should have said it.
Oh gosh, I didn't even see Kamikaze come up. You know what? You don't speak first. I just want to hear you. So you don't have to say first before I say anything.
At best, it's mid, but I'm not even gonna dignify it with mid. It's trash.
Okay, Luke.
I've got a couple things to say on this one. I respect the fact that he knew Revival was a stinker and he ran it back so quickly. I respect the fact that he actually listened to people, switched up the production. I think he raps a lot better than he did on Revival. I think it has some good performances. I think Not Alike was it. I actually thought we did quite decent on that. I don't like how bitter he is about people not liking his album. And I think that really shows in some of the songs. And it just feels like I'm listening to him whining sometimes.
But that's the reason for the whole album, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna be on everything.
Yeah, I would say mid.
Okay, so look, me personally with this album, obviously, after Revival came out, you know, like Eminem was my goal, like early on in my, like, you know, early on in my teens or whatever. And after Revival came out, like that was like probably like one of the first times I was genuinely disappointed with an album in my life. So obviously it was tough. So when Kamikaze
you
came
were
out,
distraught, bro.
yeah, when Kamikaze came out, and as a surprise as well, I remember Hobson releasing the video saying, "Oh, Eminem mentioned me on my album." I'm thinking, what the hell? What album are you talking about?
Yeah.
I listened to it the first time and I was like, okay, like, you know, I liked it quite a lot, but like in retrospect, like there is, like you said, he does sound very whiny, like, you know, to when he's talking about people not liking Revival and stuff, and I feel like he does say like, oh, you know, you're not smart enough to get it, which is like, no, Revival was just trashed. But then like there is songs that I like, so like you said, not alike. I'm thinking what else was on there. Bro, I'm missing the track list, bro.
You
What
know
was it?
what? I think my biggest problem with Eminem, like I was literally just thinking about this. He somehow, like I actually think like modern Eminem has some of like the worst beat or production choices, like out of any of the big rappers. I've never
because
really heard like Kanye on a beat that bad. I mean,
yeah,
the Carter 6 is in here, so we can have like a talk about that. But like up until then, like I feel like he's just never been on like strangely like good production. And this is the guy that signed Griselda, right? So he has that whole. He signed people with that whole sound. I'm not saying I want a project from Eminem where he's on Griselda beats, but like the people that he's signed have much more tasteful like beat selection and better producers than Eminem, who in theory has like endless budget.
Yeah, like I think one of the bad beats on there was Greatest. I think Greatest wasn't a good, if I remember correctly.
That was a stinker, bro.
Yeah,
What was that one? Nice Guy.
Yeah, so I was gonna say like Nice Guy and Good Guy. Wait, no, Good Guy was alright. Nice Guy wasn't great. I remember first time hearing Jesse Reyes' voice as well, and like it was very screechy at that point, and like yeah. But like I'm looking at the track list now. The Ringer I did enjoy. Lucky You. I know you guys don't like Jonah, but at the time I liked Jonah and that was good.
I don't think that's a bad song.
Yeah, Normal. I did enjoy Normal. I still listen to that sometimes. Stepping Stone, even though he has that verse at the end where he goes, like I remember the first time hearing it, and I think, yo, this goes on for way too long, bro. Like why you keep on doing it like that? Sorry, I am, and it's none of my plans to. Like it was just way too long. But I did like the song in general. Fool wasn't a good song, and I'm gonna be honest. Like this might be controversial, but I don't hate Venom like that. Like as much as everybody else does.
All right, bro.
Nah, like because no, like the verses are fine to me. I get the chorus is like, you know, Venom, but like I like the verses. I like the beat. Like it's fine. Like I don't think it's that terrible of a song. Like obviously not the best, but yeah.
I'm putting it in mid.
I would have said decent, but you guys said mid. I'm not really that mad at that, to be honest.
It's mid at best.
Yeah. All right. Blue Lips. I'll say I can't really say classic. Like you said, it's a bit too. It just came out last year. I would say a great or near perfect.
I would say decent because I like the album, but I don't go back to it a lot. Like when I listen to it, I like it, but I don't ever want to go back.
Listen, bro, you got My Turn and good, bro. We're not putting it below My Turn, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't be as harsh to say decent. Like Luke, I don't go back to it too much. I'd probably say good.
Yeah, good's fine.
No,
you
bro,
can override that if you want.
No, I'm not using override for that, but
I know you're cooking up a stinker, bro.
For Your Eyes Only.
Great.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in great as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say near perfect. Well, considering that we have Whole Lot of Red and you know what, I'm even gonna.
But bro, you know what it is. It's like Whole Lot of Red means more.
Okay, let's just put it in great anyway.
You know what it is. Whole lot of Red is such like a statement piece. Where For Your Eyes Only, I think it's consistently great, but I don't think it has anything that puts it up to that. There's nothing that puts it up to like, wow, this is like such a special album that we're all like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just cool, and there is like tracks like Folding Clothes.
I love Changes. I love Changes. I love Changes. I love For Your Eyes Only, the song. I love the For Whom the Bell Tolls. I'd say great.
Yeah, we'll put it in great. Man on the Moon 3. I mean, I still enjoy this album quite a lot. I go back to it at least once every few months. I think my favorite song on it is like, I think Sad People. Sad People is a good song. I can't think of a bad. Actually, I didn't really enjoy the
Elsie's Baby Boy. I didn't really like.
Oh yeah, that, and I didn't really like. Was it Show Out, the one with Pop Smoke and Skepta?
You know what it is? It's because at that time, because of like Pop Smoke or whatever, people felt like it had to be on like a Pop Smoke type beat. You know what I mean? So it's more of a Pop Smoke song that Kid Cudi is on.
Exactly, and I'd
prefer that song if Kid Cudi weren't on it.
Okay, but that's why I don't really like the song, because it's like a very New York drill kind of sound, and I don't really like that sound.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So where are we putting it? I would say great.
I would say great.
Yeah.
I think it's Cudi's best solo album since Man on the Moon 2. There hasn't been a better one since.
I'm not gonna override it, so you man could just slap it in great.
What were you gonna say though?
It's not for me, bro.
It's in great. Move on.
Life changing.
Testing.
Mid, I think.
I don't really go back to Testing, but I would say decent. Decent is fine.
I'm not mad at decent, but like for me personally, I used to actually like it quite a bit, but like I think as time's gone on, it's just kind of aged badly. I think
you can't put it on the same level as Kamikaze though. I'm okay with decent.
Yeah, decent's fine.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
It's right, because we've got a classic coming up anyway.
Oh my days,
bro! Whoa. Self-titled is near perfect to me, at least.
We're not putting in classic though. I'll be honest.
Near perfect.
I'm just gonna compromise with you guys, but like I would probably have said great.
Great.
What are you saying, Jack? If we're gonna say something.
Yeah, I'm debating whether to put it in great or near perfect, because again, there isn't really that many misses. The only thing that makes me not want to put it in near perfect is that, like, you know, Carti had his own sound. However, like, it's not the sound as good as the sounds that would come afterward. So I don't know if I can put it in near perfect. I would personally say great, but I'm not mad at anyone that would put it in near perfect, because it's got so many good songs on it, for sure.
Yeah. So
saying great.
Great, yeah.
I'm saying great, yeah.
Damn. I mean, it's better than GNX, so I'll put it in classic, bro.
I have it under GNX. I'm not gonna lie. I do think when all is said and done, this is a classic, though.
I mean, look,
it's not my favorite Kendrick album. I think I'd put it in great, like, but I think
you've got DNA, you've got Duckworth, you've got Fear, you've got Humble. The only songs you can say really that aren't the best, maybe Love, God, but like,
God.
and maybe Yeah, but like even then, I still.
I actually really like Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I still love
that
those
one's
songs.
Okay for me. I think it has so many standout moments though, where like, I think Duckworth is like one of his best songs ever as well.
Yeah, I think when GNX first came out, I thought I preferred GNX more to Damn, but as time's gone on, I do think I prefer Damn. So I'm not mad if it goes in classic, because I think, you know, the impact of that album as well. Like, Humble was a humongous song when it first came out. DNA was like a huge song as well, and then you talk about Duckworth and Yar and Element and things like that. There are tracks like Loyalty, and Love, which I don't think have particularly aged well. So I would probably, for that reason, put it in near perfect. But if someone was to turn around and say that's a classic, I wouldn't be upset.
I'm saying
You know,
classic.
I'm gonna. I put Views in classic, and that isn't a perfect album to me. So I would feel wrong knowing that Damn is a classic, not putting it in classic. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So we're putting in classic then.
I'm not mad.
I still can't believe
We got a Kendrick one in there. Well, we got 2 Kendrick ones in there.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna allow. Actually,
Oh,
no,
you're
it's
gonna
not-
override that?
No.
Oh, you got it saved now.
Donda.
I'm gonna say Donda's near perfect. To be honest, I think if you trimmed the fat on Donda, it would actually be very good. Like it would be like a classic for me for sure.
The thing is, when I go through Donda, like I do skip a decent amount of the songs. But then when you ask me, oh, is this song good? I'll tell you, yeah, it's good. But like,
What songs do you skip?
so like Junior, I don't really like. Okay as well. I do like Remote Control actually, which is kind of weird because everyone
I
hates
don't
that.
really like that one. That's what the one that I'm not really too big on. That and Television.
Oh yeah, Television.
Yeah, Television makes no sense. Like, I don't know why he done that.
Yeah.
You know what song I think hasn't like aged the best though. You man are gonna kill me for this, but Jail. When I hear Jail now, I was like, Kanye is actually saying like nothing. Like it actually just doesn't like when that first came out, I thought it was like really cool. But then now that I listen to it again, like with time, I'm just like I actually just don't understand this song.
I mean, I still like it. To be fair, I haven't listened to it in a long time. I haven't gone through Donda in a long time.
Donda's a classic to me. I kind of wish I had this saved so that I could have put it in classic just to avoid any of this. But I think I know you didn't like Jail, but Jail is an amazing song. You got Off the Grid, which is like just like
it goes without saying, right?
Bro, how does someone even make that and put all that together? Like I don't know. We got the best 504 verse we're ever gonna get, and then you never did anything of that level ever since then. What else we got? We got Heaven or Hell, which is another amazing song. We got Hurricane, for God's sake.
Yeah,
The Weeknd, absolutely amazing feature from The Weeknd on that. Even got Lil Baby, great feature on that. We got Come to Life, which in my opinion is a top 2 Kanye song ever made. We got No Child Left Behind, which is another amazing Kanye song. What else
24.
We got? So 24, don't even get me started on 24,
24
bro.
hours. Yeah, no, I can't lie.
We got. When you think of Donda, you just see all the imagery.
But what about the part 2s?
Oh, I don't care about the part 2s.
I'm not mad at some of the part. I'm not mad at some of the part 2s though. It was only like it was one of them. I was just like, this is just unnecessary.
The only part 2 I enjoyed more than the original one was Jail. And I know people don't really.
Is that the one with the baby on it?
Yeah, the baby.
Like, this is what I mean about Jail. That song doesn't make sense. Why on the remix did you think I know? I'll get Marilyn Manson to sing some BVs and then I'll get the baby on there.
I don't know, bro, but
he was like, let me just get the most awful people I can think of right now and slap them on a song.
It's a little
we're not talking about morals.
Let's put all the people that should be in jail on the song called Jail.
Maybe that's the point.
Well, possibly.
I can't. For me personally, obviously, I don't know what you guys are going to say, but I just can't put this anything below classic. This for me was like, after it was such a rough time being a Kanye fan from like 2016 onwards. And this for me was just like there you go, he's not washed.
Yeah, I know it's convenient. I know conveniently you've left off Vultures.
I'm not having these conversations with you. I need to put some of these albums on here because I'm not doing this with you guys, and I'm not sitting here recording myself talking about some of these albums. I'm physically not doing it. I mean, God breathed. Praise God. No one said anything about Praise. Praise God's an amazing song. Jonah's an amazing song. Believe What I Say is an amazing song. Keep My Spirit Alive is an amazing song. New Again's an amazing song. Tell the Vision. Lord, I Need You is an amazing song. Pure Souls is an amazing song.
I need to
Bro,
go back to the. I need to go back to the album. I might listen to it
No,
after
this
this.
is a classic. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll put it in near perfect. Well, I would put it in near perfect.
You know what? Luke sold it pretty well. I'm actually okay with it going in classic, to be honest.
All right, fine. All right. So much fun,
I think it's good.
Luke.
I think it's great, but I'm willing to nudge down. It is literally so much fun, but like,
Yeah, we'll put it in good. I can't lie. We gotta hurry up a little bit with some.
yeah, we gotta wrap this up. Bro.
Scorpion.
We can just put that one in classic and move on.
No, I'm putting this in mid or trash, bro.
Oh no, bro.
No, you're begging it a little bit.
Nah, I'm not.
Bro,
The album's too
Emotionless
bloated.
is an amazing song. March 14th is a great song. People view this album differently because the Pusha T beef. It came out right after the Pusha T beef and it got scrutinized, absolutely shredded to pieces. But it's really not bad.
After Dark.
So, I mean,
Can't take a joke.
I'd be willing to compromise on like decent or good, but
You have to at least. You have to. I feel like it is good. You can't put it below good, in my opinion.
God's plan.
we'll put it in good.
Nice for what? Oh man.
Might delete later. I don't really go back to this mixtape, to be honest.
But I think it's because it's stained, right? I think it's stained by the fact that obviously this was on there and then he took it off, and then people were just like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, it was gonna be number one, and after you took this off, it went down to number 2. Because the projections were saying number 1 first, and then after you apologize and stuff, then so you're all right. Yeah, people stopped listening to like after the whole apology and stuff.
But I think that's even like affects people's opinion on the music as well. Like not even just like, oh, listen to it because like, oh, why do you do that? But like, I feel like they just negatively view the music on it now. I don't think it was that bad, but it's nothing to like scream about. So I'd probably put that in good, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Yeah, good's fine for me.
Okay, no, I know this two were classic.
Classic.
What are you saying, Jack?
Bro,
I love it.
Such a defining album.
I love it when Adon does that because he clearly like completely disagrees with you. He just doesn't want to say it to your face quickly. I mean, again, like Luke said, it is the defining album. Like no matter what you think about it, like you can't look at modern hip hop without this album.
Bro. Yeah.
Real sisters.
Well, I feel like it will be like in the same thing as a whole lot of red. Like the influence is there, but to put it in classic is a bit.
Nah, I think this one enough time has passed and people still love it.
This is a classic, bro.
I mean, people do say either this or Rodeo's the best trap album of all time. So.
That's the fact that there's an argument.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll put it in classic. I mean, I can't say nothing. Like this 2 against 1 in it. So, but Flower Boy,
that's
near perfect.
That's near perfect for me.
Yeah, near perfect or great for me. I've never been a huge Flower Boy fan, to tell the truth. But like, I feel like I'm not gonna get away with just putting it in good. So you're either gonna slap it in great or near perfect.
I quickly say why you're not a huge Flower Boy fan. I want to hear it.
It just never really like. I remember when I listened to it at the time, like I thought it was cool, but it just didn't like move the needle for me. I actually do prefer Call Me If You Get Lost. That might be like controversial, but like, just I think the highs on Call Me If You Get Lost just hit me a little bit more so than Flower Boy. But I'm not mad at anyone that like really loves Flower Boy.
Fair enough. I don't know. I mean, I still got Flower Boy, I think, second in Tyler's discography. So before Ego.
I probably got it second too.
Yeah. Is Ego on? Ego isn't even on this. Why is Ego not on? Because not really a rap album.
It's not really a rap album. I didn't want to like, and he's mentioned that before, so it kind of felt wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I don't even know what this Yeet album is called, bro. What is it called?
Lifestyle.
I was so disappointed by this album. I'll be
I
so
listened to
honest.
this once and I just didn't. I haven't even. Yeah, I don't know, bro. You
This
mean
is
you
a-
mentioned.
This is a sad mid for me.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
a
I can't call it
begrudging mid.
trash. I can't call it trash, but it is. You can't put it more than mid to me. I do not go back to it at all. I remember like I really wanted to like it,
Yeah, same.
and it just it's just not there. There's just no like source to it, unfortunately.
All right, well, we'll put it in mid because I mean, I don't really mind that because I listened to the album once and never listened to it again. So,
Yeah.
this is that
Mixtape
future
Pluto.
album. Yeah, mixtape Pluto.
This is mid or trash for me. I'm gonna be honest. I really like the first song, and then there was nothing else outside of that. And there's also Plutoski, which is like,
Yeah, what happened on that song again? I forgot. I even made a TikTok.
nah,
about it. Oh yeah, that's it.
Ah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
it's mid or trash for me. And it's because I hold Future to a higher standard.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say
And all these men that were getting on to me about saying Carti's better than Future. Carti doesn't have an album or mixtape as bad as this.
You know what? That's very true, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Carti
I
has never put out a song which is like half done of just him going. Ah.
has he
Put this
never?
one in trash. No.
I'm
Name them.
thinking. No, I'm thinking that there must be a song where I felt like Carti was just lazy, but I can't think of it. Wait, Jump Out the House, bro.
Jump Out the House is not lazy.
It is, bro.
How is Jump Out the House lazy?
Jump out the house, jump out the house, jump out the house, jump out
Oh,
the house.
bro.
Look at that bitch. Bro, come on, man.
Yeah, but that
Repetition and laziness are two different things, bro.
Oh, all right. Let's just move on, bro. We'll put it in mid there.
yeah. Up to me.
You know what?
I'll be real.
You
I
bet-
haven't listened, so
What?
Luke, say what you're gonna say, because I might have to use my override on this one.
I was gonna say great.
This is the best Yeet project. Do we agree?
Oh yeah.
And you're saying just great.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it next to the other albums in near perfect, but like it has perfect moments.
I'm not gonna clip farm and be controversial. I will accept it in great.
No,
but,
go
like,
on, say what you're gonna say. Say what you're gonna say.
No, I just hold that was such a moment in his career as well.
Yeah.
Go off the back of Get Busy,
Yeah.
and you go through some of the tracks that are on there. Oh my god, he was cracked out. He was insane. He couldn't miss. That track list is just banger, 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 banger.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll say great.
okay. I'll just have to go over what you guys say. I haven't listened to this album, so Pink Tape. So you know the thing with Pink Tape is like I know a lot of people dislike it, but like I remember listening to it for the first time, and it was quite a fun listen. And then even when like it's not that great, but even when I go back to the track list and look at it, like, oh no, this song was a banger. This song was a banger. Like there's only a few songs that I would say. I mean, obviously like CS exists, right? And then like some of the bonus tracks, like, I don't really go back to them. But like, you know, I still think it's good enough to be in like good, in my opinion.
I would say good or decent. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe, bro. I'm using my override and we're slapping it in trash. We're slapping it in trash, bro.
I had a feeling you were gonna do something like that.
Yeah.
There's no way you're telling me an album with a karaoke version of Chop Suey and no other good songs is it good? It's not. It's trash.
I mean, there is other good songs, bro.
I don't go back to a single one. And this is someone that actually likes Uzi, right? I've said how much I love Love Is Rage 2. I've said how much, like, you know, I love some of the Uzi songs on other projects. This is abysmal. This stinks.
Crush
so
them.
harsh. That's so harsh.
Flood the face.
Don't care.
Oh, bro. All right.
Don't care.
What's the one?
Uzis are gonna be in trash.
Is it called Patience?
Patience.
You don't even remember what it's called, bro.
Bro, obviously I can't remember every track list, bro. I don't know, bro. But like, yeah. All right, cool, fair enough. I mean, you use your override, but you know.
Right.
All right. CLB.
This is a better album than you man are about to make it out to be. And before you say anything, I just want to go through the track list with you quickly on this one. Right, okay, I'm going to go front to back. Champagne Poetry is an amazing song. Pappy's Home is an amazing song. Girls Want Girls, In the Bible is a good song. Love All is a great song.
Wait. Girls Want Girls. Why did
I
you
didn't
skip
say
Girls Want
anything.
Girls? Yeah. Why didn't you say nothing about it?
Way Too Sexy. TSU is a great song.
Why you say nothing about Way Too Sexy, bro?
Pipe Down's a great song. Yebba's Heartbreak is a great song. No Friends in the History is a decent song. Knife Talk is a great song. 7 a.m. on Bridal Path I don't like. Race My Mind is an amazing song. Get Along Better is a great song. This actually is a great album, you know.
I'm not jacking that.
Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. We're putting this shit in trash.
All right, bro, you just got yourself demonetized, so enjoy that. Yeah, go on. I hope it works.
I put this shit override, bro.
I will say I do really like Racial Mind as a song.
Racial Mind's such a good song, bro.
For sure.
Oh man. This is another one where it just because the time it came out, it got looked down on. This is like the week after Donda, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna." Right, you put it in. I'm not gonna wind myself up, but yeah, okay.
I'm looking at the rest of this, and I'm thinking like I'm not gonna use my power up for any of these. I'm sure we can agree on most of these, and yeah.
I think a lot of these we can agree. Yeah,
for sure.
Rodeo classic, bro.
Classic.
Yeah.
For sure.
Culture 2.
Mid.
Bloated, bro. That shit was bloated.
And I was excited for this. I was big on the Migos wave at this point.
Yeah. Untitled, Unmastered.
I'm gonna say near perfect for that one.
Yeah. Like I
really like this. Yeah.
As like, you know, leftovers from T-Pab. And this would still be a lot of rappers' best album, by the way. Yeah, I think
not Carti's. But near perfect, yeah. I'll put
near perfect.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I was gonna say great, but you man can slap it in there. That's fine.
Ken Carson.
Great.
Oh, bro! I'm not doing that. I know Ado ain't doing that either.
Nah. I'm not. I don't. To be fair, like I don't. Really...
Bro's getting mad at us for saying it's a good album, and he named one song. He went Jennifer's Body, as if that is like the whole.
I don't really mess with Ken Carson and Astray Lonely. To be fair, like not like that, but like I'll say good is fine for it.
All right, I don't mind good.
I would say good is fine as well.
Oh.
Lucky I didn't put any Destroy Lonely albums on it.
Chromacopia. I mean, I you know, I see people talk about this on the timeline sometimes, saying, "Do you go back to it?" And I'm thinking, like, does everyone not go back to it? I thought it was unanimously loved, but apparently it's not. Even Luke was saying to me at the concert that he doesn't really go back to it too much.
You know what's funny about that? I was actually going to say I didn't go back to it, and since we went to the concert, I've been going back to it all the time. Sometimes
a concert will do that to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Me personally, not having been, I listened to it a few times when it dropped. I think I maybe went back to a few songs like the following week, but like for me, it's just fine. I'd probably put it in good.
Nah, I love this album. I mean, you've got Saint Chroma, which I think is one of Tyler's best intros ever. Darling I, you know, you've got Tomorrow. I'm really bad at remembering track lists like that, but was there any bad song on there?
Balloon
was not a bad song, bro.
Bit of a cringy beat.
Stop hating on Doechii, bro.
I'm not hating. No, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. No, don't do that. It's the beat I don't like. Don't do that.
It's fine.
We're not doing that because they're gonna come to me.
My bad. But the beat on it is fine, bro. I mean, it's not the best thing ever, but and then the outro is really good. I mean, remember when, bro, the way he performed the outro as well, bro, like in the concert, like that was.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that one as much, but I liked it more after seeing it again. I'd put it in great. I think. Like him, that's a perfect song to me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd say near perfect, bro. I'll be honest.
Oh, I'll put it in near perfect then. Go on, yeah.
Yeah.
You charm me.
If you're reading this is too late, let me
Bro, this is a
speak.
classic.
Let me speak. Let
yeah.
me say. All right, cool. This is like one of the only times I'll give Drake his flowers in it. I love Legend, you know. I like this album as a whole is decent. So I'll probably say great for it. And that's the highest I'll ever give a Drake album.
Bro, do you not hear the song Jungle and just like
Yeah, but no, it's, that's what I'm saying. I do love this album, but like to say near perfect or classic for Drake, I just can't do it, bro.
I think you can say near perfect for that.
I think you can say classic for this. I'm
Come on,
not gonna
bro.
lie. I think you
can't.
can say classic for this one.
Classic is crazy, and good, and it's good that they've used the override already. Because no way. I mean, to be fair, I would have been fine with you putting this in classic over views, but
Oh, this isn't better than Views.
okay, all right.
I'm not about that.
It's not better than Views, bro.
All right, so what are we saying?
I'm right. I'll meet you in the middle and I'll say near perfect.
I'm okay with near perfect as well.
All right, that doesn't make me that pissed off. So, coloring book. I mean, look, the thing with Chance is like the Big Day really put a bad taste in my mouth, and it made me really like remember like some of his old albums worse than I remember it. But I have gone back to coloring books since the Big Day, and I do really like coloring books. So I'll probably say, because if you asked me this before the Big Day come out, I probably would have told you like
I would have said near perfect.
Yeah, but I'll say great.
I'm not mad at great. It's a really special album to me, but like you said, you kind of pick up things a little bit after the Big Day comes out. Like there's the traits that I don't like about the Big Day. Sometimes I hear them like sneaking in, and like I feel like it's such like a cop out thing of saying, but it does sometimes make you. But I mean, I would probably say great.
Yeah. I would say great as well. I mean, he's never going to top Acid Rap in my opinion. But I think it's like probably second in his discography. I don't know if you man agree.
Yeah, no, definitely. I will put in great. All right, so what we're doing Savage Mode 2.
Savage Mode 2 is great for me.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to it quite a lot, and that dropped in like lockdown, so that was a really good time to drop. You know, pressing time that time. But yeah, Savage Mode 2, we'll put it in great. Yeah,
I haven't really listened to it too tough, so just defer to you and Luke on this one.
This is probably if I was to get the data on this, is probably my most ever listened to Jim album. It's like just non-stop front to back banger every single song.
And then the Morgan Freeman narration, bro. The one where you're talking about a snitch.
Yeah,
but that's difference between snitches and rats or whatever. Okay, cool. The Carter 6. I mean, this is fresh in our minds.
Yeah. And this one really, this probably hurts the most out of me to say for all of them, but like this is.
I mean, I'd probably say mid or decent. I think trash is a bit.
Nah, I think it is trash, but not because of Wayne. Because Wayne's actually doing like good verses.
Yeah.
Like if you actually read them, and like if you just got the acapellas, you'd be like, oh, okay, he's going off. It's entirely in the beats. When I heard him going over Ave Maria, that was like, wow, I was like, what is actually going on here? The Bono song sounds Peanut to an Elephant, like Crash Bandicoot soundtracks, as you say, like, and then the song with Bono just sounds so dated, and I really don't like, and I really don't like the band from TV Flip either, the band from New Orleans, like it just didn't land.
To me, the Carter is in an argument for the greatest hip hop album series ever. Like I love all of them. Like even the Carter 5, I like that so much more than most people do. Carter 3 and Carter 2 are some of my favorite rap albums ever. I still listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
So this one was just it. The amount of disappointment I had on this one, I think that made it hit harder for me personally. Like I just feel so wrong putting it, even comparing it to those albums, to be honest.
Yeah. So I mean, are we saying trash?
I think you kind of have to, man.
Just
But again,
because of like disappointment, but like I don't know if it's worse than like is it worse than Kamikaze? Like
for me, I would say so. But that I don't know if that's coming from where I expect so much from Lil Wayne. But
yeah. The Carter 5. Hold on. I mean, I enjoyed it when it came out quite a lot. I didn't really like the second half too much. So I rarely ever go back to the second half. But the first few, like, you know, Mona Lisa, Can't Be Broken, Dark Side of the Moon, all those, like, I do enjoy those songs quite a bit. So I'd probably say like good or great.
I would say good or great. The thing I have with this album is though, because like you said, there are some songs I just skip. So I don't really listen like to those, but like if I was listening to the album in the whole, I'd probably say like really good. I think it's the thing with this album is where like he was trying to get it out for so long. I think as a result of him waiting so long to drop some of these songs, they were kind of dated like on release. But then
it's funny you say that because compared to like an album he's just dropped where he's just had ample time to work on it, they also still sound dated.
That just sounds but that sounds like he went back in time.
But I think we can all agree that 5 is like leaps and bounds above 6.
It's so much. Yeah.
So what are we saying? I said great.
I'll put it in great, bro.
Yeah.
If you want.
Dedicate is a great song.
Yeah.
Don't Cry too.
So Taboo, I'd probably say near perfect.
I would say great.
I'm not going to say near perfect. I do think it's Denzel's best album, though.
I mean, it is Denzel's best album, and I have such like a good memory of it as well. I mean, we was about to go into first year uni and shit, and I remember just listening to that like throughout the summer. And I mean, there's so many good songs on there. You know, Sirens is like one of my favorite Denzel songs of all time. You got, you know, Clout Cobain. I don't know. I would say near perfect. But obviously, if you guys are saying great, then
sorry, I'm saying great on that one.
Alright, fair enough.
I feel like so much of this is just like A-Dot just giving it.
I mean, I can't like.
We're just breaking him.
We're just like.
Bro, if this was like my tier list, like a lot of this would like for example, like Views would probably be down here. What else? DS2 would probably be like in great. I mean, Dilate would definitely not be in classic. I don't know, man.
So it'd objectively be a worse tier list if you were just doing it on your own.
All right. So Blank Face LP. Me personally, like I'm not doing that. This is my favorite Schoolboy Q album. We have to put it in at least near perfect. Like, there's no bad song on this album, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Besides Overtime, because that was like his like he wanted to make like a commercial song, like how he did it with Studio and Oxymoron. But other than that, nah.
I just remembered Kanye's that part verse, and I'm okay with putting it in near perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool with me.
What about you, Jet?
Yeah, near perfect is cool with me. I do enjoy the album, but like I don't know if I love it as much as you, man. But it's fun.
Heroes and Villains.
That's great to me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Jack?
That's fair. I'm okay with that.
Alright, cool.
That was a nice and easy one, that.
Yeah. 444. I mean, that's classic, isn't it?
That's got to be a classic.
Yeah, I think, I don't think this will be Jay's last album, but if it was, it'd be a really good way of ending it. I think with how like introspective the songs are and like the around the time of what was going on. I think it'd be a good way of like closing that off. Yeah. So I'd happy with that being classic as well.
Okay.
I got to go back.
This is called Heaven and Hell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've listened to it. I haven't just gone back. To be fair, I listened to Euphoria today, like while I was walking. So, I mean, it was good. debut for Don Toliver. I mean, maybe great. Nah, not great. Probably good.
I would say good.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think, I'd put Hardstone Psycho in great. I know it's not on here, but I like that a lot more. So I feel like I'd put this one in good.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Don Toliver fan, so this one's up to you. I mean, I have listened to Hardstone Psycho and I do enjoy it. I haven't really touched this album.
Yeah.
Cardigan's banger on this, but like.
Oh yeah, Cardigans. Yeah.
I'd put it in. I'd put it in good.
Yeah, good. Birds.
I really enjoy Birds. I know it's not like the problem is he dropped Rodeo first. If he went Birds, Rodeo, Astroworld, people would look a lot better on Birds, I think. But going from Rodeo, where it's got like this sort of deep interconnected type thing, and you go to Birds, where it's just bangers, right? But there's so many good bangers on that song, or that album rather.
Yeah, me personally, I mean, I love Birds, but like to me, it is clearly like Travis's worst studio album, though. That's the thing. Like even though it's a good album, like I wouldn't put it over Rodeo, Astroworld, or Utopia.
You know what my thing is? Oh, carry on.
No, that's it.
I was gonna say for me. My thing is it's the least like grand Travis album, and like when I go to like Travis albums, I kind of expect him to like have. They're normally like a big moment, if you know what I mean. Like they're normally like I don't want to say dark fantasy level, but they have that kind of like extra step for production.
It's
this is kind of the one
for sure.
It's like a theatrical experience.
Yeah, this is the only one that doesn't have that like extra step for me.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was saying, right? If he dropped this one first and then went to the other sound, people would look at this album much better.
Yeah, I'd say great.
Also, Guidance is a shit song, bro.
Oh, Guidance is a great song, bro.
I don't remember Guidance being that bad, to be fair. It's been a while since I've listened to this, but Coordinate, underrated song.
Yeah, Coordinate.
Yeah. Oh, Goosebumps.
Yeah, Goosebumps.
That Andre 3000 verse.
Oh yeah.
Let me go through the track list right now, actually.
I mean, Guidance. Way back's fire, but the Guidance the only. Yeah, sweet. That reminds me more of NBA 2K17, but I can't lie to you. Bro.
You know, if this had like that little bit more production, I would put it in near perfect.
Oh wait, we haven't even mentioned Pick Up the Phone.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Pick Up the Phone. That song is like one of them ones, like, you know, like you listen to a song and it takes you back to that moment.
Yeah.
That's 100% Pick Up the Phone for me. Just college in general.
I would say great.
So yeah, we'll put it in great. All right, this was a very long video. I didn't expect it to be this long, but yeah.
You might have two videos scheduled.
Yeah, part 1, part 2.
Part 1, part 2, literally. But yeah,
this is not a bad tier list though.
I think we've established that Roberto was the problem.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's back for the next one.
For sure.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, it's been ADOK here, guys, joined by Luke and Jack, and we're out. Peace.